Hello and welcome to Rosberry Crafts, my YouTube channel where I share all my crafty adventures. Today is March 18th, 2025, and this is episode 129. I'd like to say welcome to any new viewers. I hope you like this little corner of the crafty internet, and thank you very much for all my returning viewers. If you've been around for a while, you've commented before, lovely. Please don't forget, if you're new or if you're returning, if you haven't subscribed, it really helps me. Click the button down below, click the thumbs up on the video, comment on the video. All of those things really help me get out to a wider audience. My name is Roz and I live in Lake Country, British Columbia, Canada with my husband and my two kids who are 14 and 13. What else? You can find me on Instagram, Blue Sky, Ravelry, Storygraph, Goodreads, Ko-fi, all the places as Rosberry Crafts. If there's any difference, and I have an email address, it's all down below. First thing in the description box. Well, down below if you're watching on a device that does the description down below. Anyway, who knows? It's in the description box. Let's put it that way. Today for you, I have what am I wearing, finished objects, works in progress, and some books. So let's get started, shall we? What am I wearing? Today I am wearing my super simple summer sweater by Hoki Locatelli. You can't see that much of it. I'm sitting at my desk today. I'm down in my craft room. It is spring break. The children are home and sleeping, which means they're above me. So I'm hoping that by being in my office, they're not being disturbed by me. So teenagers need to sleep in, which is a good thing. Anyway, so you're getting a bit of a different view, and I'm recording with my computer versus my camera. Anyway, and the microphones work differently. Hopefully this is just as good quality and you enjoy it just as much as my previous videos. Back to the sweater. I knit this sweater as a NaNoSueMo sweater, which is National Knit a Sweater in a Month, last year in November. And yeah, so this is a pattern that is meant to be done with like cotton and linen yarn or some sort of, cotton bamboo blend, but I knit it in a full wool. It's hard to see, but it is a full worsted weight wool. This wool is That Yarn Habit in Lustrous, which is the gray, and Everest, which is this lovely dark teal. I wear this sweater at least once a week. Seriously, I wear this all the time. I love it. I love the fit of it. I love the yarn is so soft and yet warm. Like it's got that woolly feel, but also it's like I'm just wearing a tank top under here, and I don't get any itchiness or prickliness on my arms or, like above where my chest is not covered by the tank top. Love, love, love this pattern. Maybe I should stand up for you. I did a split hem on it. So it sits nicely when I wear it with my leggings, which is what I wear basically every day that I work from home, because I work from home full time. So there you are. That is everything I can think of about the sweater. So let's move on to finished objects. I have one finished object today, and it is the cowl that I was working on. It's probably not a surprise if you watch my last episode because I was very close to finishing, but this turned out so amazing. And after blocking, it is the perfect size. So you can wear it as a single loop, just keeping the back of your neck warm, kind of tuck it in. If you're wearing it under a jacket, this would be great because you can kind of, keep your neck warm and it's not a bunch of bulk under your jacket. If I was going out for a walk or something like that, I would wear it like this, which is harder to see for you guys, but like that with the double around, and it is just perfect and cozy, but also kind of a light spring layer, where you don't need like a big woolly cover your face thing. You just need a little something around your neck. Yeah. So I love it. Let's talk about what this is. This is the Downtown Chicago Cowl by Christy Becker. I'm going to take it off so I can show it to you better. Hopefully my hair is still good. Ha ha ha. And that's inside out. There we go. It's got a lovely, lovely lace pattern on it. I messed up some of the garter stitch rows, but that's okay. Nobody is going to notice. And I love this. The color is great. The yarn is Knit Picks Essential, which is a very, very old stash of mine in the color Mermaid. It's definitely a blue color with like aqua undertones. Definitely leaning more blue, but right up my alley. So that cowl is finished. I actually had to take it out of my closet because I'd already put it in there. So I've already worn it a couple times. That's it for finished objects. Next, let's move on to works in progress. Which one are we going to do first here? Let's look at my socks. This is in my Beautiful Sister bag that I won a couple years ago at the Down South Studio Pigskin Party. And I've made some progress. I actually think that I should start the heels soon, and I might be too far along. We'll see. I guess we'll see. Yeah. What do I want to say about these socks? I'm going to be using the heel from the Fork in the Road socks by Lara Neal. And I've decided I'm going to do it out of the pink mini. And then that'll give me a good idea of how much yarn I need to use and what it will look like. And it'll be easier than me trying to figure out the striping stuff or using the other end of the ball. And then I get nice tall socks from the rest of the striping stuff. Although I have lots and lots of yarn, so it's not a problem. It's not something to worry about, but I think that's what I'm going to do. And the yarn that I'm using is from the Cozy Knitter, and this is in her Bliss base, and this is It's My Birthday. But they are super fun spring colors, and I love them. So yeah, that's about it. I got to try those on, see if I'm at the heel. Those have kind of been my out and about knitting. We went to a play at the high school that my daughter wanted to go see, so I brought those there. When else did I work on them? Can't remember where else, what else. Oh, Cooper had a volleyball thing, so we went to work. I worked on them quite a bit while I was waiting for his volleyball. And yeah, so make some progress and we're ready to move on to the heels. So we might have to switch out what my on-the-go project is to this one. So this is my usual travel project bag. And oh, I put a new zipper pull on it. I don't know if you can see it. It's a ball of yarn and it says yarn on it. I believe that was from one of my Stitch Marker Advent calendars, but I could be wrong. All right, so if you've been around here for any length of time, you know that I love the Musselburgh hat pattern, and I knit a lot of hats in general. I love knitting hats. I love giving them away to people or switching out my hats that I wear, and it's great to use up scraps from other projects, mainly socks or sweaters, I guess, and yeah, so here's another hat. So this is the Musselburgh pattern by Isolde Teague. And this, according to Ravelry, is my 20th Musselburgh. So that's pretty significant. This is another fingering weight one, and I am using up some leftovers from bits that I have. If you've followed me for any time this year, you know that my goal for the year is to use up some of my oldest yarn. And this is the leftovers from the cowl that I just made with the Downtown Chicago cowl. This is the Knit Picks Essential. And I will be using that, but I didn't think that really went with this. So anyway, I ended up starting with this, but this will be in it too. So I have quite a bit of this one. So I may just do halfway on this. I also picked out these. So my plan is to do some stripes on the other half of the hat. So the Musselburgh pattern, you knit from the crown down and you knit the cuff, and then you knit the other way. You continue going and you knit the cuff, and then you knit from back the inside of it, but it makes a reversible hat. So basically you knit this huge like football, elongated football shape, and then you tuck it inside itself and you get a hat. So I think that I probably will not go to the end of this. I don't know. I'll have to see. We've got quite a ways to go still. So we'll see how far I get with this one. But I can always start another Musselburgh with the other half of this and other scraps that I have, you know, this whole bin right here. So this one, let's go over the yarn because I'm getting ahead of myself here. The stripy one that I've already knit the crown in is Knit Picks Felici. Forgot the word, in Alexandrite. And then this one is Knit Picks Essential in Mermaid. This one is also Knit Picks, and I don't remember the name. This one is Boss Lady Yarn Co. in Mechanics Wrench, and she doesn't die anymore. And this is Leftovers of something. I can't remember. I'll put it up on the screen. So yeah, that's basically my plan for that. And this is going to be my travel knitting. I am traveling to Seattle in the next day or two, and just a quick trip to go see Dancing with the Stars. So I'm going to take this project along because it'll last me a long time. I won't need to worry about anything. It's nice and easy to pick up, put down, whatever. You know, at the airport, I can work on it for a while I'm reading my book, and you know, while we're waiting for different things, I can work on that. Okay, so that's my socks and my hat. Let's move on to my sweater, which is in this fabulous bag from my friend Tracy. You guys, before I show you, I have made so much progress on this. Okay, let me just start. The pattern is Favorite Flannel by Alicia Plummer, and it's a lovely textured raglan sweater. I basically was looking for something that is going to replace some of the store-bought sweaters that I own. And I'm so excited about this. Okay. I'm attached to 2 balls of yarn, which I will talk about in a moment. But let's take a look at this. Oh gosh. Yarn everywhere. That's fine. We'll just go with it. Okay. It looks kind of scrunched up. And it is superwash, so it is going to block out a bit bigger. And the neck is all folding weird. But so I went back and did the neckline. In the pattern, it does a brioche neckline, and then there's like an optional cowl, brioche cowl that you can knit with it. And I knew I wasn't going to do the cowl, so I just decided to do 1 by 1 ribbing, just like what will be done on the cuffs and the hem, the bottom hem. So yeah, this is, I don't think you're getting the right color here, but it is so nice. I've started a sleeve, so I've got maybe 5 centimeters so far, maybe 6 centimeters on a sleeve, and all the way down to, I think, where I want to start the ribbing. Actually, I'm definitely going to start the ribbing there, but not that I'm running out of yarn, because I have these 2 and this left. But I wanted to make sure that my sleeves were the correct length, and then I can basically use whatever's left for the ribbing on the bottom of the sweater. Yeah, and I also have, like, I have 3 swatches that I could pull out if I needed them. Some other little bits if I need an extra bit for cast off or whatever. But yeah, so I am going to do a split hem on this one, I think. I just like how that fits on me. Did you guys see these? They're so cute. That's just so I don't accidentally pull the bottom off while I'm working on the sleeve. Okay. Is there anything else I want to say about that? I can't think. Oh, the yarn. I didn't talk about the yarn. It is Fireweed Fiber Co. in her Cottonwood in the colorway Frosted Heather. So it's a DK weight superwash merino, 100% merino. So it's super, super soft, but because it's superwash, it will stretch out a bit. I didn't mean it to be as like a hugely oversized sweater. I like a little bit of positive ease. I don't like a lot of positive ease. This is probably as big as I would go with the positive ease. Like there's quite a bit of fabric under there. But if it gets too big, then it just looks like a schlubby sweater instead of a nice sweater. Because I'm planning on wearing this with, jeans or leggings. Hoping that it'll work with both. Mostly leggings, because that's what I wear most of the time, but I also wear jeans sometimes. So split hem works for me, because my largest portion is around that bottom section. So I'm sort of pear-shaped, but also my shoulders are quite broad, so maybe hourglass? I don't know. There's no single definition that describes my body. Also, I'm 40, so my body shape is changing as you get older. But I'm knitting sweaters to fit my body as it is right now, and hopefully they'll fit for a long time. All right, so that is it for works in progress. Let's see. Yep, I got that one and that one and that one. I don't have any stash updates. I don't have any events going on, and I don't have any next on the needles because I really want to finish my sweater. So that's been like my at-home project that I've been working on. And then I have those 2 other small projects for my out and about knitting. So I have some plans for what I'd like to knit next. Of course, it's coming up. It's 3 months away from the end of the school year, and I always knit a few of the teachers that are really meaningful to my kids, some nice gifts. So you'll probably start seeing those pop up, but the sweater is my main focus. I really want to get that done while it's still cold enough to wear a sweater, although I will wear it for many years to come. Okay. Moving on to books, I just have one book for you this week. I finished L is for Lawless by Sue Grafton, and this is in the Kinsey Millhone series. And Kinsey Millhone? I can't remember. The book cover is up on the screen somewhere. This one was interesting. She kind of got sucked into like the criminal world, and because she's a private detective, she kind of skirts that line of what she's legally allowed to do, and kind of, sometimes talks her way into other things. But this one was like, she was full on into the criminal activity, and kind of against her will. She didn't want to do that, but it was good. It wasn't my favorite. Let's put it that way. Probably a 3 out of 5. Wasn't my favorite one. I think some of the earlier ones where you're really discovering who she is and stuff are really my favorite. And I have started the next one. M is for Murder, I think. And it's good. It's good for sure. I think I'm in chapter 6 or something, so not that far in yet. And I am also still reading The Path of Daggers by Robert Jordan. I'm finding it harder to read because it's a physical book and it's a hardcover, so I don't tend to gravitate towards that. I tend to gravitate towards my Kobo, which is much easier to read, but I couldn't get it from my library. But I have the audiobook of the next book, so I'm like, okay, I need to finish Path of Daggers so that I can get going back on this series. It's one of my top priorities in reading this year. Similar to my knitting goals for the year, to use up some of my old stash yarn, kind of use up some of those partial skeins that have just been sitting around forever. I want to complete some of the series that I have started over the years and not finished yet. So I have like a whole Excel spreadsheet. There's 18 different ones, 18 different series that I'm currently reading, 3 of which are new series, and the rest of them are series that I had previously started. Some of them are because the books are not out yet. So there's a Daniel L. Jensen book that comes out in May. So that one is high on the list, but I can't read it yet because the book isn't available yet. And then the other 3 that I was talking about that are new, I said to my family, because we are all big readers, what is your current favorite series? And I will read those with you again. So I started reading Keeper of the Lost Cities with my 14-year-old son. That's his current favorite series. He has now read all the books again, and I've only gotten through the first. I'll get there. I'm sure he'll read it again. He's probably read it about 10 times. And then my daughter is, she's only read the first book, but she really enjoyed it, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I am about halfway through that book. I'm listening to the dramatized BBC version. It is really good. So yeah, that one I'm enjoying. It's definitely YA, maybe older YA. Like I wouldn't give it to a 10-year-old, but a 13-year-old, she's able to handle all of that kind of stuff. I mean, it's a murder case, so, you know, there's going to be some stuff about different things. There's some stuff about, you know, drugs and relationships and stuff, but not like open door stuff, just talking about it. And then the third one that my husband he finished it last year is the Mistborn series. So I've read the first book in that one, and then I've got the next 2 to read, but they are like big books. So I'm kind of trying to finish up some of my little bits and pieces, and maybe this summer will be a nice big deep dive into the Mistborn series, because that is like, I'm so excited to keep reading that series, but I really want to be able to like be there and enjoy it and not be like, oh, I just read 3 pages. Oh, I just read 4 pages. Whereas the summertime, I find like I have big swaths of time where I can just really get into it. So that's my plan. Talking way too much about books and rambling on as usual at the end of the episode. This was episode 129, so next time will be episode 130, which means my husband will be joining me for the episode, so look forward to that. It is always a lot of laughter and fun times with him, and we'll see what kind of projects he's been up to. Until next time, bye!